I'm a little late. I know, but I was picking mushrooms in Pokemon Go, so I had a good time. Finished the weekly challenge, carried the team, caught 493 of them, and got 900,000 dust. Not a bad hour. Not a bad hour. 50 V-Bucks in the 94 zone. Pretty easy mission if you want to queue this while the rest of the video plays on. You are more than welcome to do so. Extra tickets only if you're not a founder. And I want to do just a quick daily stuff before we show the shop. Labyrinth Dungeon Daily. I did stream dungeons today, bit of a hybrid stream. We did about an hour and a half of dungeons in Fortnite, talking to chat, Twitch link down below, by the way, and then I played some Avatar, and it was awesome. So thank you guys for hanging out. It was a good 4-hour stream. I told you guys you might get some more streams, and there we go. Range Up and Llamas are available today. You might get something good. Comment down below if you are one of those people. And now we can move on to the shop, where we have Tyler the Creator and new shoes, and they're only 1,200 V-Bucks. So if you want to pick those up, feel free to use code Mista at your checkout. Dude, there are skins cheaper than that. Anyway, if you ever want to be featured on the channel using my code, I have been enjoying Avatar. I have been like in the Avatar world for a few weeks now. The third movie was coming out. We were going to go see that, me and Sky. Well, her friend was going to join, and then she didn't, so it was just the two of us. It was fun. And so I watched the second movie right before that, and then I watched the first movie after. I've been playing the game in between, and I've been watching behind-the-scenes stuff on Disney Plus since we have that again now. I don't like paying for streaming services. They cost a ridiculous amount of money. Thank you, all of you. But my mommy and my sister use it. So does dad nowadays. So I feel for covering the whole family, and you're going to get HBO, Hulu, and Disney for 30 something bucks a month. Ads without ads. It was a reluctant purchase because Disney, I'm not going to get into it. But anyway, I've been in the world of Avatar with those behind the scenes. I am a little late, so no one's in here. I didn't ping anyone. It's not a big deal because I still think Adventures is pretty early. You could have finished if you are a grinder, but it's most people aren't there yet. So Llama Token number 1 of 3 is Adventures. Legendary Survivor number 1 of 4 is Adventures. And then some other great items. You know, double Legendary in the 94 zone seems pretty good. Same in the 124. Flame Grill's garbage. Room Sweeper's an S-tier shotgun. Another double Legendary seemingly in the 140 zone. Vindertech Blaster, not so great. Slice and Dice is an excellent melee, and that's about it. You know, wall darts are pretty great. So it's not a big deal. Like, if there's something really notable in Ventures, like a Mythic Lead, and I'm on time to cover that, I'll maybe ping someone, but otherwise we'll just move on to Twine here. 4x reperk in the 76 4-player mission, double Legendary in the 76 zone. I don't recommend using either of these weapons, so weapon designs are there if you want them. That's always why I recommend those, by the way. If you didn't know, some people don't, maybe, I don't know. You could just recycle these, and that would be a lot of weapon designs. That alone, just running that mission to recycle the weapons, might be worth 450 weapon designs. I'm just saying, they're kind of hard to come by. Legendary Survivor number 2 out of 4 in the 88 zone. 4x perk up alongside that. Then, of course, we got the V-Bucks that I just mentioned. Then the 100 zone, I'm mistaken, from a different day. That'll happen when you record dailies. You know, daily. Things stick from other days. There we go. Legendary Survivor number 2 out of 3. No, 3 out of 4. Haha, yeah, there we go. I can count. No big deal. In the 116 zone, there you are. Then in the 124, another double Legendary. I don't recommend either of these weapons for S-tier combat. Jackal's really bad regardless, but Super Shredder, give it the right loadout, you know, not Buckshot. I'm thinking of Rabbit Raider Jonesy, 225% extra crit damage on the sniper. Super Shredder actually does pretty well. Throws a lot of people off because it shoots shotgun shells, but it's totally a sniper. I mean, some people have argued with me, which surprises me, because you could just go to your inventory. Let's see, where are S's? Let me pretend I have my glasses on here. There we are. Sniper rifle, it says it right there. So yeah, this thing actually hits pretty hard if you give it the right build and you make sure you crit with totally rocking out. Kind of fun. Couple million damage. You would sit down a miss monster with that, not gonna lie. Legendary Survivor number 4 out of 4 is in the 132 zone. Then we got the 160s up here. Oh, well, 1 second. 4x perk up in the 144 player. Then we got the 160s. 5x Eye of the Storm, broadside, easy modifiers. This mission, water mission, vacuum tubo would just shred. So just saying. 5x perk up, great modifiers. Death Bomb, Death Burst, Metal Corrosion would make for a very interesting mission, and I think it'd be really fun. So Cat 4 is there if you guys want to challenge. 5x reperk and deliver the bomb is great for reperk, but it won't count towards your quest. So there you go. And the description down below explains how to unlock that quest, and today is your last day to do so. So if you're interested in picking up the Hero Supercharger, the next time I record my daily, we're going to be talking about weekly stuff. So yeah, get that done while you can. Anyway, Broadside, excellent wall trap. That's available in the 160 zones. So if you are running those missions, you know how to place a Broadside. I don't need to tell you. But if you are running the 46 zone, the cannonballs do bounce, you guys. They need to have a wall on the other side, otherwise it's significantly less damage. All of the broadside damage comes from the cannonballs bouncing and hitting the enemy multiple times. That is where the damage comes from. Vacuum 2-backs, chain lightning on this thing, very good. Well paired with Dennis Jr. For totally rocking out. Upgrade Llama token number 2 out of 3 is in the 58 zone. The other one's in Stonewood. Love to see that. Healing pad in the 58 zone. Excellent healing item. Super cheap to craft, and quintuple healing is literally it. You don't need durability perks on that or anything. Just want that big hit of health, and then you get right back into the combat. Ceiling drop trap in the 64 zone. I haven't talked about this one in a while, beyond saying it's just like 2 or 3 tiles up, just so that it's nice and safe. And the more the cannonballs bounce, the more damage they do. So I've seen some people who like to be a little eccentric. You can place it 4, 5, 6 tiles up, and in order to activate it consistently, they have floor launchers facing up. It's not extremely practical, but I like the ingenuity. Like, that won't work on a smasher, for example, because you can't push them up, although ceiling drop trap versus smasher is pretty minimal damage regardless. It's mostly for crowds of enemies, especially since if you place it directionally, you can do a lot more stalling with it. So if you face your objective, it'll bounce them towards your back. They will go behind you, and that's actually a lot. You can roll enemies uphill. It's that effective. So yeah, skip it right over Plankerton. We got nothing of note down there. But in Stonewood, we've got this right here. Upgrade Llama token number 3 out of 3, which I always like to point out because you don't need tons of Llama tokens. You guys can see I'm sitting on 15, but if you see a good upgrade Llama with decent items, sometimes I'll just pick them up. If there are a bunch of legendary weapons, for example, I'll just grab them to recycle them for the weapon designs, because these go pretty quick. Once you're leveling up your collection book, leveling up items inside your collection book does raise its level. So if you want to get to the 800s, 900s range, well, I would say the 600s, 700s, 800s range is where you need to be leveling stuff up. If you want to get to the 900s and beyond, you'll note I do not have a capped out collection book, because it's going to require slotting, you know, stuff I use. You know, like a lot of people, they'll slot Buckshot Raptor, and I'm like, I'm not done with him. He's the best shotgun hero. Like, no. And there are a lot of random event stuff that I just have never bothered to flux, and flux ain't cheap, y'all. I don't have enough of it. So anyway, that's it. That's the daily. I'm out of here. Should I stretch it to the 8-minute mark for the ad revenue? Would that be allowed? Am I allowed? Look at this pretty picture I took. I have been really enjoying Avatar. This game is so pretty. It's kind of funny. People have been calling it a Far Cry reskin, and I think that's hilarious. I've never played the Far Cry games, but every time I ask people, like, is this Far Cry? And they're like, oh, yeah, no, totally. It's pretty repetitive. A lot of the quests in this game seem really lazy, but the beauty of the world design is carrying it hard. I am playing this game 90% to explore the world of Pandora and 10% to do the random side quests, because you can't just have a world sim, you know. That's why video games are the way they are. You need to have something to do, even if it's some random scientist saying, hey, go get this plant. It's like, fine, if that gives me an excuse to fly through this gorgeous paradise, I might as well, I guess. Okay, and I'm glad you guys could hang out with me on stream for that. All right, I'm out of here for real now. Thanks for watching that ad if you're one of those people. If you're not one of those people, maybe call message or check out. I'm just saying. Oh, and Advancedgg surprised me today. I did not realize I would be getting one of these, because they released 3 new shakers at once, so I didn't even request it. But yeah, they sent me the pink and teal. I haven't washed it yet or given it a try, but it has a straw, so give that a go. Yeah, I pull up my cart sometimes to triple check that my code is working before I plug it to you guys, and it really wants me to check those out. I'm like, I'm not trying to buy that right now. I was just checking the code. Okay, bye for real now.